Candidate Forum, co-sponsored by the Radford Chamber of Commerce, Montgomery County, Radford City, Floyd County branch of the NAACP, and the League of Women Voters, Montgomery County. My name is Karen Jones, and I serve our branch as Political Action Chair, and together with Lisa Davis, a volunteer with the Chamber, and Peggy Lane, who serves as Chair of Voter Services for the League, we organized and planned tonight's forum. I'd first like to introduce the presidents of each of our organizations. Deborah Travis, who is in the back, and she'll give us a wave, serves as president of our local branch of the NAACP. Ms. Gloria Boyd. We also have Ms. Gloria Boyd, who serves as president of the League of Women Voters. I want to just take a moment to personally thank both of them for their leadership, guidance, and support. And lastly, I'd like to introduce Mr. Dan McKinney, who is over to my right. He serves as Executive Director of your Chamber of Commerce. And I also want to give an extra special acknowledgement to the Radford High School government students who are volunteering with us tonight. Can we give our young people a round of applause? So just a little background. The NAACP and the League of Women Voters have worked together for more than 20 years, coordinating local candidate forums. And in recent election seasons, we have also partnered with the Radford Chamber to coordinate these very important voter opportunities. As nonpartisan organizations, it is our goal to provide opportunities for voters to hear from, ask questions of, and get to know the candidates who are vying for your vote. In this year's school board election, we have 3 open seats and 4 candidates who are vying for your vote. All candidates were invited to participate, and I am pleased that all 4 are here with us this evening. And so our candidates, Chris Calfee, Gloria Boyd, Ed Dickenson, thank you, Ed Dickenson and Jane Swing. Can we give them a round of applause? So now I want to share with you about the format for tonight's event. Each of you has the opportunity to submit questions by writing them on the note cards you received upon entering. If you didn't receive a note card and would like one, raise your hand, and one of our high school students who have the silver buckets will come by and bring you a note card and a pencil. When your question is ready, you'll do the same, and one of them will come by and pick those questions up for you. We also have 3 what we call questions Q&A sorters, and their role really is to take your questions, scan for duplicates, and to help to categorize. That way we can get through as many questions as possible. And so I just want to take a moment to introduce Elizabeth Obenshane, Carolyn Rude, and Phyllis Turk, who are serving as our sorters this evening. So I, as moderator, will address each question that we receive to each of the candidates. I will rotate the order so that no one has to be first and no one ever has to be last in answering a question. Each candidate will have up to 2 minutes to answer each question. A rebuttal will be allowed for up to 1 minute per question, and candidates will be able to offer 1 rebuttal per question. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to make a closing statement, and during the closing statement, they may address any questions that have been previously asked. So first, would you like to meet our candidates?
Yes.
Great. So we're going to ask each of them to give a 2-minute introduction to you. And so we will start first with Ms. Gloria Boyd.
I want to thank all the sponsors of the forum tonight and all of you who came and are going to be watching online, because that's going to help you be informed voters, and that's what we really want. My name is Gloria Boyd, and I'm a lifelong resident of Radford who married another lifelong resident, Dwight Boyd. We've been married for 48 years. We have 3 adult children, and they were all graduates of Radford High School. We have 9 grandchildren who are the light of our lives. I received a bachelor's degree in early childhood education from what is now Radford University. I taught 7 years in Pulaski County in kindergarten, first grade, and then my dream was always to teach here in Radford. So in 1999, I realized that dream, and I taught here for the last 20 years of my career in grades 1 and 2. I retired in 2019, but I also have 4 years of private preschool experience, and going way back, I taught for 11 years as a prepared childbirth instructor. Around 2015, I felt inspired to create an effort that I named Project Crib, Creating Readers Infancy and Beyond. Radford City School Board offered a generous amount of seed money to get me started, and I was able to secure some grants, which helped me purchase new children's books to push out through the pediatrician's office and through community events. I began to load the Little Free Library in Bissett Park with children's books, and established Little Free Libraries at R&R Market and Deli Mart. Also suggested placement of a Little Free Library at Fairfax Village. My mission was to make sure that all homes, regardless of economics, would have books to share with their children.
Thank you so much. Next, Chris Calfee.
Good evening. I'd like to share this sentiment as well. Thank you to our sponsors as well as everyone who came out and anyone who's able to watch online. I appreciate that. Much like Gloria, at this point, my wife was actually born and raised here in Radford, and I moved to Radford over 20 years ago. We have actually, well, goodness, I guess it's been 30 years now, because next month my wife and I will celebrate 30 years together. Very proud to live in the city. We both went to Radford High School together, and we were in the Radford Bobcat Band. That's where we learned a lot of the skill sets we've carried forward. I've carried forward in my career with over 20 years in the financial services industry. Several years ago, I became inspired. I had gone on to Newark Community College, gone on to Liberty University, received my Bachelor's of Business Administration, and a couple years ago was inspired to run for office. My reason for running, actually sitting in the back of the auditorium, my 2 daughters. They inspire me every day to be a better person and to give back to the community. That's my goal, that's my mission. It's very simple. My faith comes first, my family comes next, and everything else we have to give, we give to those in need. I don't change that. That's how I set my priorities. So after over the years I've had in business, I've learned a lot about budgets, I've learned a lot about helping out, and I've learned a lot about giving back to the community. I will continue to do that with every opportunity that I have. I've been to every school board meeting for the last 3 years. If I couldn't go because of COVID, I was actually watching online. So I am aware of the good areas in Radford as well as the areas that we need to work on as a team. And that has been my life goal, is working as a team, building teams, growing teams, and in the area. So that's my fondest hope, is that I can do that for you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Ed Dickenson.
Hello everyone, my name is Ed Dickenson. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I also want to thank our sponsors of this event for putting it together and giving us this opportunity. I am a Radford resident of about 12 years. I'm married. My son attends McCard Elementary. I am a licensed home inspector and owner of a small business here in Radford. I'm a retiree of the Army National Guard with over 21 years of service, both active and part-time. Some assignments in my military career include being a local infantry soldier at some of our local units. The little armory back here was a home of mine for a long time. I was recruiting and retention assignments and brigade operations. Other work in history I had includes being a deputy sheriff and an operations manager for a small company in Roanoke. I studied business management at Virginia Tech after high school. Currently, I volunteer with Habitat for Humanity, teaching home improvement classes. I also volunteer for the Virginia Army National Guard family programs as a family leader. So I'm running for school board mainly because my son has many more years in the Radford school system. So I have a vested interest in seeing the high standards for education and educational excellence is maintained here in Radford. I want to provide a strong, decisive, and common sense leadership, and to be a voice for the parents, the teachers, and all constituents alike. I do believe that teachers and parents are the key to our children's education, and we need to provide them with all the support that we can. So mostly I want to ensure our schools provide a safe and positive environment for our children. Thank you.
Thank you. And lastly, Ms. Jane Swing.
Good evening. I'm Jane Swing, candidate for the Radford City School Board. I appreciate the opportunity to participate in tonight's forum. I've lived in Radford since 1989. My two youngest children, of 5, are graduates of the Radford City school system. I earned a degree in special education from the University of North Carolina in Greensboro, and I taught in special education classes in North Carolina and in Arkansas. After I moved to Radford, I earned a graduate degree from Radford University in adult education. My training experience and passion span from cradle to grave. I'm retired from a 24-year position at Radford University. I have worked with public school students from kindergarten through high school and adults in a variety of settings. I continue to serve my community through volunteering for a diverse number of nonprofit organizations. I feel my training and experience provide a strong foundation for my service as a member of your school board. Our schools, through the united efforts of our students, families, teachers, and administrators, need to keep working to develop programs and policies that are focused on all of our students. My knowledge and experience can help to facilitate and strengthen this work. Meeting the needs of our city begins with the foundation of a strong school system that is innovative, aware of best practice, and can adapt and evolve as our world and therefore our city changes.